our second taping of Unmasked, although it might be the first one that everybody sees based on our editing. And today we wanted to talk about miracles. There's a reason why we want to talk about miracles during the time of year that we're in, which we'll get to in a second. But first I thought it would be important to define what a miracle is. So today I looked up in the dictionary, and just a simple definition is something crazy, out of the ordinary. It seems inhuman. It must be an act of God. Like a miracle is something that you can't even fathom that it took place in this world. And I just wanted to ask you sort of how you would define what a miracle is.
Yeah, so definitely when you look at the Webster dictionary, it seems to be like something impossible.
Yes.
In the intellectual mind, it always looked like a miracle is something that either belongs to the fool and to the naive,
Yes.
or either to those religious, fanatic people that believe that some kind of a system from above will come and help them.
Yes.
From the Kabbalistic perspective, a miracle is defined within the word itself. It's called nes. I have multiple understanding to the word miracle, which means nes, it means to run away from, yeah?
Oh, wow.
And nes, it's also related to the word test, which is when someone is got tested, meaning that in reality the cosmos, the universe, is putting someone under a test.
Right.
When he loses certainty, when he feels defeated, when he feels that he is not able to get out of a situation, he kind of facing a dead end, like a wall.
Right.
And then in a miraculous way, in unpredictable way, out of the known, something beautiful happened,
Right.
very positive,
Right.
completely unearned, it seems to be. It means that I couldn't even see myself deserving, or there is no justification for what happened, but it did. Yeah.
Right.
So.
But that said, though, David, we know Kabbalistically that there's no such thing as coincidence, and everything happens for a reason. So in a situation like that, when somebody miraculously escapes, unbeknownst to himself how he got there, what could be the reason for that?
When the Kabbalists define the word to escape or to run away from, they actually always refer things back to us, meaning that many people in their belief system, if they believe in miracles, they think that miracle happened from an external kind of rescue point. But those sages, they explain to us that miracle can only occur if we're creating them.
Right.
Meaning that it's something, there is a formula how we can live miraculous life. It means that always unexpected, exponential things happen in our lives. Yeah? And that's an amazing place to be here. Meaning that if you are connected somehow to the cosmic universal laws, we're supposed to see positive, unexpected things on a daily basis. If not, it means that we got a bit off track,
Right.
and we're not following like the cosmic laws.
Right.
So when we're saying to escape, it means to really escape from my own belief system. It's really to escape my own limitation. It's really to go out of my nature. Miracle is something out of nature.
Right.
Therefore, in order for me to create a miracle, I have to get out of my own programming.
Right.
My regular routine, my regular behavior.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. So I remember the first time that I learned about this concept, there was a PowerPoint slide up, and I took a photo of the slide because it really stuck with me, and it said, the degree to which we act against our nature is how we draw miracles into our life. So I always think about, okay, what's my programming? What's my robotic nature? How do I want to behave? Yes, I want a miracle in my life, so now I have to act against that. How can a person who maybe doesn't have access to the tools and the knowledge that we are learning, how can they start to create miracles in their life?
We choose this subject because it's related pretty much to the programming that is entering to the cosmos right now in terms of timing. You know, every month energy changes. Some people call it the zodiac, but it's not your standard zodiac. It explains that there is a cycles of different energy that coming in. And this is the time that belongs to the sign of Sagittarius. And if you know a Sagittarian, you probably know how they live their life. We have someone here by accident. So Sagittarian and their prototype, the programming, they like to be challenged in their life, yeah? And they see everything as a competition. And they're always looking for something fresh, and they're always seeking for freedom, and they're very optimistic. So we definitely understand that if we adopt those kind of values, those type of behaviors, we're most likely to see more of unusual things happening to us in a very positive way.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's interesting that you bring up astrology and energy. So I assume that we believe that everybody is affected by this cosmic energy, whether we're aware of it or not. Is that the case?
Yeah, absolutely. Meaning that if someone in his birthright born during this time, it's very much inserted into his DNA. Yeah?
Right.
This is the reason it's part of his operational system. Yeah? But on this month, we're all affected by this energy, meaning that we all can create a second nature to who we are. Let's say we belong to a different prototype, to a different belief system, to a different behavior. But on this month, especially, we can make actually a shift. We can get out of what we usually react and respond to things in this world. Meaning that we can connect to this vibration that exists in the cosmos for the next month, and we can start experience it. And if we see that it goes right, we can start like behaving like that during the year and achieve by that more miracles in our lives. This is the beauty.
Absolutely. So my understanding as well is that when we experience a miracle, it's a sign. I think it was Michael Berg that called it a kiss from the light. So if we're in a situation where we're facing a challenge, we feel tested, we feel like there is no hope, and then we experience something miraculous, it's almost like a cosmic reminder that we can keep pushing, we can keep moving forward, keep working on ourselves, and we can see different results.
It's definitely an amazing, very obvious sign from the cosmos to tell us that we are right on track. But there was a student that came to my teacher, the Rav Berg, and he came very excited in that morning to him, and he told him, listen, I had an amazing, incredible miracle this morning. You know, I went into an accident. My car was crashed completely, stumbling in the air a few times, and then landed on the wheels, and the car was completely total lost, and I came out intact.
Wow.
No injury whatsoever. So the Rav was quiet for a moment, and then he said, you know, I had a bigger miracle today. Nothing as such happened to me. No chaos whatsoever. So we need to be reminded that miracles always take place. If I'm constantly planting positive seeds, maybe I won't see like huge breakthroughs, but there are many of those chaotic things that can be canceled for me. I mean, things that I supposed to actually experience as negative experiences that were void because of my positive action, because I got out of my nature, I shared, I did something very, very generous toward another person. And so it says that every time when chaos is about to happen, let's say we have some kind of a karmatic depth, yeah, meaning that we're supposed to go through something, yeah, and we're all going through something all the time. So
all the
it's
time,
not like
especially now with everything that's happening in the world.
Exactly, and So every time before something negative is about to happen, we will have an opportunity to do something very positive in order to avoid it, in order to cancel it. This is how the cosmos is working. So if we watch out for those opportunities that have been given to us to get out of our comfort zone, to completely act out of nature in a very positive way, most likely we're going to make sure that our life is going to be free out of chaotic occasions. Doesn't mean that we won't have challenges. It means that those challenges won't end up with some finite or bad ending,
Right.
long term.
Right. So I guess for a person looking to draw miracles into their life, they just need to take the approach that they're going to live outside of their comfort zone and always be looking for opportunities to share with others.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is the whole concept of understanding how we can progress in life. Yeah. So let's say if I'm no longer the same person, the same future is not belong to me anymore.
Right.
But I really need to take it as a challenge in my life because it's not easy because many of us, especially here in Canada, we live a fairly comfortable life, you
We
know. So what will be the driven force to tell me really that I need to act differently than my own nature? I'm very comfortable with where my nature got me in life. So why should I do so?
Well, that's a great point, and I think that a lot of us sometimes don't realize that we're stuck, and that's why we need to be actively looking for those opportunities to change and to share and to grow.
Exactly. What does it mean, stuck? It means that I'm stuck. Right now I'm living in a nice palace, and I'm stuck in that palace. This is my belief system. This is my consciousness. This is, it's nice. It has a nice car. It has a nice family. But the idea is that there is so much more to life than that. The question, if I really want to break out of that, even blessings that I have and desire even more. More, it could be not just on a physical level. It's supposed to be also in life experience that are a little bit deeper.
Well, I think honestly, when you live your life that way, what you truly experience is more peace and more love and more fulfillment in life.
Yes, I mean, life can be just linear, or they can be very colorful.
Yes.
You know, that there is always things that happening unexpected when blessing coming to me, and I said, "Wow, this is completely unearned." Yeah, and this is the reality that each and every one of us want to grow to. Yeah? When was the last time you had some kind of unexpected miracle?
Truthfully, I feel like there are small miracles around me all the time in my life and in others' lives, people that are close to me. But we did chat about this quickly before we started taping, and I thought, oh, I better come up with a good one. So this might be small. It might not seem like a miracle to others that are watching this, but for myself, COVID-19, the pandemic started in March of this year, and you know, I freaked out, as any Sagittarius would. My freedom was being restricted. I was stuck in my house. There was uncertainty. I didn't have control. I didn't know what was going to happen. But I had booked a meeting in advance of the pandemic beginning. I had booked a meeting with one of our Kabbalistic astrologers, and I had booked a meeting with my personal teacher at the center. And it was right at the beginning of March. And I can't remember who I spoke with first. I believe it was my teacher. And I said, "How are you doing with all of this?" And she said, "I don't know, it sounds crazy, but I'm so happy. I was always saying I didn't have enough time, and all of a sudden now I have time to be with the kids, to talk to my students, etc." And then I met with the astrologer, and she said, "You're going to be fine. You're okay in this moment, and what you need to do is you need to share that sort of certainty and that positive mindset with others in your life. You have a responsibility to the people around you to share the wisdom that everything is already okay." And I know it sounds crazy. There was so much chaos, so much pain and suffering, and it was a very difficult time. But speaking with two people that have given me so much positivity and guidance over the past year and a bit, it's like a light switch, and I knew that I was going to be okay. And just having that mindset, even though there's been insurmountable challenges around me, I have felt very connected to the fact that things will be okay. So I don't know if I think maybe the miracle is that I didn't go crazy and worry myself to death during all of this uncertainty, but for me it felt like a miracle.
In reality, one of the biggest gifts that a person can have, it's really the certainty that things are moving forward all the time. And not so many people have that feeling, especially now,
Especially now.
On so many levels, people are challenged. And the people that are really, extending themselves, and they're looking to see how to find ways, how to inspire others, and how to bring more positivity, those are the ones that feel more protected and more certain. So I really suggest to our listeners to try to get out of their nature as much as possible in a very positive, uncomfortable way. Yeah, and those people that you think that you shouldn't talk to, maybe give a call.
Yeah.
Those things that you always dream to do, just dare to do them.
Now's the time.
Yeah. I actually went yesterday to the gym and
Wow.
got my card.
Oh, that's a good start.
No, but I always did that. But with COVID, it was even more complicated.
Of
They
course.
say I have to break it, and then they tell me, we allow only 10 people at a time for 1 hour. So I said, oh my God, this is going to take forever just to get an appointment to the gym now. But I'm promised to myself that I'm going to make it happen. So yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah.
It's an amazing month.
Let us know after you get back to the gym. It will be a miracle.
Hopefully
After
we're all
all
going to
this
see
time.
the results
Oh, we will.
physically. Yeah?
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For
Thank
sharing
you.
that wisdom with us.